Joining me this morning to talk about some of the events and programs coming up at the Farmington Public Library. David Florez is joining me remotely. He is a Teen Services Coordinator at the library, and also Megan Bennett is here, Adult Services Librarian at the library. Good morning, both of you. Thank you for joining me.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good to have you both with us, and appreciate it very much. And, of course, we should mention that the library is closed today. And, Megan, we were mentioning before we came on the air this morning, it's closed actually all weekend for the President's Day holiday on Monday, correct?
Yes, we're closed on Saturday and Monday for President's Day.
Okay. But you'll be open on Sunday then?
No, we're not open on Sundays at all.
Always closed on Sundays. Okay.
Yes.
I've just made it more confusing, and I didn't mean to do that. So, closed today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday, but reopening on Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay, great. Very good. Well, let's talk about some of the things that are coming up at the Farmington Public Library. And, of course, we want to remind everybody that you're doing events and programs remotely these days, like everybody. And so folks could find out more on your Facebook page, the library's YouTube channel, and, of course, you use Zoom a lot for some of the programs that we'll be talking about today, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Very good. Well, let's get started and talk a little bit about an event coming up on the 18th with Dr. Catherine Brooks, the co-author of What Color Is Your Parachute? Talk to me about that.
Dr. Catherine Brooks is co-author of What Color Is Your Parachute. She's also the author of a book that we have in the library called You Majored in What? She's a career counselor. She currently works at Vanderbilt University in Tennessee. And she works with people who, of all ages, high schoolers who are trying to figure out if they want to go to college, and if they do, what sort of college is good for them. She also works with people thinking of going into a career or changing careers, or even retirees who are looking for what they could do in their retirement.
Got you. And so you'll be having an event with her by Zoom on the 18th, February 18th at 6 o'clock. And so this is going to be she's going to have a presentation. Is there going to be some Q&A?
Something like that, yeah. We're going to let her pretty much decide what she wants to do. But if you want to attend, if this sounds really interesting, go to our calendar on infoway.org and register for the event. You will receive the Zoom link in your confirmation email. Just click on that just before 6 p.m. on the 18th.
Okay, very good. And this book is kind of geared towards younger people, maybe figuring out their careers and things like that?
What Color Is Your Parachute is really interesting. It's not really geared towards anybody. It's geared towards everybody. Because anybody of any age, I think I read it in high school many years ago. And it kind of it's really, what are your skill sets and what do you want to do? And how can you use your interests and your skills in a career going forward? And really at any age, from high school students all the way up to retirees looking to get back into the workforce or figure out what they want to do in their retirement.
Okay, very good. Well, again, the date is on Thursday, February 18th, 6 o'clock. Again, infoway.org and the calendar, all the details are there, and you can register and get the Zoom link by registering. But it's coming up, pretty quick, because here we are almost mid-February, so there you go. Trivia continues at the Farmington Public Library. You've got a trivia event on Thursday the 25th, February 25th at 6 o'clock, all about the Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
Popular show.
Yes, very popular show. The person who's hosting it, Rachel, is looking forward to hosting this, and so we're hoping that we get a huge turnout of Big Bang Theory fans.
Very good. And I know you've been having trivia events like these, for a long time now, and they've proved to be pretty popular. You do get big crowds, don't you?
Yeah, we've gotten anywhere from a small little crowd of about 7 people all the way up to mid-20s.
Nice. And so folks
But that was for Harry Potter trivia.
Well, yeah, that will do it. And folks can compete individually, or they can have a team of folks together?
Yes.
Nice. And so, again, is there any registration for this, or how do we get involved with the trivia night?
Sorry, Scott, did not mean to interrupt you. The way you get involved in the trivia night is we will be posting the link to Zoom the day of the trivia. But if you want, you can always add the event. You can click interested in or going on our Facebook page to the event, or add it to your calendar through our calendar at infoway.org. The Zoom link will be in both places. The link in the event on Facebook, we'll also be reposting the event with the link on our Facebook page, and the link will be in our calendar, the event on the calendar.
Right. Sounds good. Okay. Very good. I want to go to David Florez now for just a moment to talk a little bit about a program that I know you're involved with, David, which is Read Across America, and talk to me a little bit about what that's all about.
Well, Read Across America is a celebration of Dr. Seuss's birthday on March the 2nd, and Theodore Geisel, he also goes by P.D. Eastman, and so he's done a number of items, and we're going to be reading I'm going to be reading Green Eggs and Ham on Monday the 1st, and I'm pretty sure that most people know that Green Eggs and Ham is only 50 words. And it was a bet with one of his friends, and he asked him, he said he didn't think he could write a book after he wrote Cat in the Hat. He didn't think he could write a book less than 100 words, 150 words actually. And so he taught him, he wrote Green Eggs and Ham, 50 words are in it, so we'll be reading Green Eggs and Ham. But Read Across America is a day that we celebrate literacy across the land, and we're going to be doing a number of events. As a matter of fact, on Tuesday, the 2nd, during the open hours at the library, we have a number of folks that are going to be reading. Some are going to be reading live, some are going to be recorded, but on the hour, beginning at 1 o'clock through 6 o'clock, we're going to have some folks reading a number of Dr. Seuss's books. Green Eggs and Ham is one of them. You may be familiar with 10 on Top or Hop on Pop, the Foot Book. So those are a few of the items that we're going to be reading. And we're also on the 2nd, March 2nd, we're going to be doing a little scavenger hunt. So you probably may not be able to see it too well, but I've got a little bookmark here. So you stop by the youth services desk, pick up a bookmark, and kind of go through the scavenger hunt, and it's going to get you an opportunity to get a prize. We've got a lockbox, and so you'll go through the scavenger hunt, get the combination for the padlock, open up the padlock, and open the box, and there's going to be a prize for everybody that's able to successfully go through the scavenger hunt.
Nice. Okay, very good. And so this is all going to be taking place in early March, you're telling me, right? We're talking March 1st, March 2nd?
March 1st is going to be our story time.
Okay.
And we always have story time on Monday. And then March 2nd, which is Tuesday, those are the events that are going to be happening at the library.
Got you. And again, we can find out more on the website, on the events calendar and things like that?
Exactly. Yeah, and the Facebook. So.
Very good. True. And I'm thinking that you decorated your office just for us this morning by showing off your Cat in the Hat collection back there.
Of course, just for you guys, just so that everybody could get excited about reading. Cat in the Hat's a pretty popular guy. We have Green Eggs and Ham. We have a number of Dr. Seuss books, not only in English but in Spanish also, and there are a number of languages. My understanding, Green Eggs and Ham is in 50 languages, so that's pretty popular.
No kidding. I wouldn't be surprised if they're in that many languages, so that's awesome. I know he's very popular, right? And his stories are timeless. They've been around for a long time, but they still are very popular, so that's great. Well, very good. Well, Megan, Bennett, let me turn back to you a little bit about another event that's coming up, and this is kind of ready for Valentine's Day, I think, right? A blind date with a romance novel.
Yes. We took our traditional blind date with a book, which is we always do in the month of February, and we combined the idea of romance novels with this. And so what you do is you come into the library, and we have a display out. There's a bunch of Valentine's Day balloons, and you collect a wrapped book that does not have the title or the author's name, but it has a description. So it would have what type of romance novel it is, what genre, so paranormal, suspense, Christian, Regency, etc., and some tags about the book. So what its rating is, if we know what its rating is, whether it's witty, whether it features a marriage of convenience, that sort of thing. So you find one that looks interesting, and you check it out like normal.
Understood. And it is literally a blind date, I suppose, right? Since you really don't know the name or author of the book, you just know a little bit about the story, and I guess the idea is that you might be pleasantly surprised as you open it up and start reading it, right?
Yes, and in each wrapped book, there is a little piece of paper that asks what you thought of the book, and you can bring that piece of paper to the reference desk and put it into a drawing.
Nice. So surprises available too.
Yes.
That's great. All right, very good. And you want those kind of reviews in by the 1st of March? Is that the idea for the prizes drawings?
Yes.
Got it. All right, very good. Another trivia night in March 11th on Thursday, the 11th, 6 p.m. And this is all about Irish trivia, obviously.
Yes.
St. Patrick's Day, right?
Yes. It was just we were coming up with ideas for trivias every 2 weeks, and I'm like, well, we could do an Irish trivia on St. Patrick's Day. And
Right.
so I'm running this one. And so if you want to test your knowledge of, Irish history, music, people, pop on by. The Zoom link will be again posted on the 11th to our Facebook page and the calendar event. You can also click on, there's a button somewhere in our calendar where you can add our calendar events to your personal calendar. So if you run an Outlook or a Gmail calendar, you can add it to your calendar and never forget.
Very, very good. And so the trivia is going to be mostly about Irish, not necessarily St. Patrick.
No, it's Irish. It was originally Irish history, and then I realized I was probably the only person at the library that knew anything beyond the famine and the Troubles.
Right.
And so we broadened it out a bit to be not just history, but culture. So some symbols, some people, some authors, some places, stuff like that.
Very good. Well, that's coming up on the 11th. Again, go to infoa.org for more details on these trivia events and things going on. My guest this morning from the Farmington Public Library, lots of events and programs still scheduled virtually and safely, of course, during this current time. And the other thing I know that's been very popular is your craft events that have been made available, the Take and Make craft bag events that folks can actually go and get most of the materials they need to make a pretty cool craft for both adults and children, and that's continuing?
Yes.
Very good. And those are on which days? Those are Tuesdays, aren't they?
Yes, ours are Tuesday. The adult services one, adult and teen, is every other Tuesday, and the way to remember it is it's the opposite Tuesday of our trivia.
Aha.
So if we have trivia on the 25th, the next week we would be putting out a craft bag.
Got you. And so what's coming up? Do we know what type of crafts are coming up?
Let's see here. We have a hot dog pillowcase where you do some really complicated little stitching and a pillowcase comes out. We have something that involves embroidery thread, needles, embroidery thread, nails, and a hammer. So you're making a design on a piece of wood with embroidery thread. We've got a keychain, friendship bracelet keychain. Let me see here. Got a rat card.
Okay.
We're going to put out a watercolor as well.
Nice. And David Florez, this has been something too for your patrons as well, correct? They've been able to take part in some of these craft projects.
Yes, we do a craft activity each Tuesday, and so this by the e-services desk, and we'll have it in an envelope similar to this. This week, since we're doing, we try to have the craft towards the theme of the story that we read on Monday. So every Monday we have story time, and this week we're doing Robot Love. So it's about a robot that I don't want to spoil the story, but he falls in love with something, and so of course it's Valentine's, so we have a couple of little activities for them in this little bag or this envelope, and so they can take this home. I know that there's a lot of folks that they've been playing the video game Among Us. So
right.
There's some cards here for Among Us. There's also a little pencil, or we've got a number of pencils that we've given them. And then they get a kit, and this week we're doing a heart picture frame. It's a magnetic picture frame, so they can take it home, work on it at home, and then they can take their photo and put their photo in it. And we also, because we want kids to read, we also have a little magazine, kids magazine, Time. This one particular one is Storm Surge. So we want to make those available every Tuesday. And so we have, of course, this week we got Valentine's. Next week we're going to be doing a story called Plant a Seed, and part of the craft that they're going to do is they're going to build a birdhouse. And if you have a bluebird in your yard, that's a good sign. So we want folks to put their it's kind of a new start and things like that, and it brings good luck and things like that. So we're doing we need a little good luck, right?
I was going to say after the
so
year.
I think that's.
Yeah, I was going to say after the year we've been through, we could all use more good luck. So I'm fully in favor of that project.
Yeah, so they could take that. They're going to take that little birdhouse home. They could paint it, and put it outside, and hopefully they can attract a bluebird, and the bluebird can live there. And
Nice.
And we do have a number of bluebirds in the area, so keep your eye out for them.
There you go. Very good. And I wanted to mention or ask both of you, right, that these craft supplies are kind of available while supplies last, right? They start handing them out on the Tuesdays, and some days you may still have stuff available on a Wednesday, but some days maybe you're kind of giving everything out on a Tuesday. Is that kind of how it's been going?
Yes, yeah, and for the activity packets and youth services, we normally assemble 60 packets. So we have those out while supplies last. Sometimes they all go on Tuesday, sometimes they'll last through Wednesday, sometimes depending on the activity, sometimes they may last through the week. So the best thing to do is come on Tuesday and make sure that you get your activity pack.
Very good. Megan, same thing for you with the other craft supplies and things like that? Do they kind of run out sometimes if folks don't get there on a Tuesday?
Yes, we only make 30 craft activity bags for teens and adults. So if you want it, you really need to make sure you come the first week we have it. We have them on that first Saturday, but sometimes they go in a day or two. So if you want to come by, make sure you come by on the Tuesday that they go out.
Very good. Got it. Okay, excellent. Well, anything else?
Just a reminder.
Yeah, go ahead, David.
By youth services and pick up his craft bag too.
Perfect. David, what were you going to say?
Just a reminder, we open at 1 o'clock. We do open at 1 o'clock. Sometimes people come a little early. It's okay to wait in line, but the library does not open until 1 p.m.
Good to know. Those are some of your adjusted hours, I know, with the library. So that's good to know. Is there anything else that we want to pass along while we're together this morning from either one of you before we have to go?
Yes. Actually, I wanted to promote one of our online projects. On March 18th, I believe, we're running March 18th. We're running another genealogy workshop. If anyone wants to head over to our calendar at infoway.org, they can click on that and register ahead of time. We also have some questions for registration to better help me, who'll be running it, figure out what sort of things you might be interested in learning about doing genealogy.
Great. I'm glad you mentioned that because I know you've done a few of those, right, Megan? And I know folks are really interested in kind of learning about genealogy. And the library, by the way, everybody, offers a lot of great resources to help with your genealogy research, most of which are free, some only available on site at the library, but others that you can access through your library card and pin through the online resources tab on your website. Did I get that right?
Yes. We do offer Ancestry.com, but you have to be in the building, so either on our Wi-Fi or on one of our public computers. But Heritage Quest and My Heritage Quest, yes, they're a little too similar for me as well, are both available for free with your library card and PIN number.
Great. And then these workshops that you do, Megan, I mean, they're kind of designed to help people understand maybe other resources that they can access, some paid, maybe some for free. There's a lot of public records now on the internet that probably do help with some of this research families are doing.
Yes, there's several free websites. Family Search is really good for free genealogy research. In fact, the National Archive sends you to Family Search because it's free. And there's also, if you're interested in Ellis Island, the Ellis Island Foundation, if you sign up and create an account, it is free to use and access their immigration.
Nice, very good. And again, the date of your next kind of workshop is going to be when again? Just remind us, please.
March 18th.
Okay, perfect. And that'll be another Zoom event that folks can find out more information, again, on your calendar at infoway.org. David Florez, turning to you, anything else that we need to be reminded of before we run out of time this morning?
Well, I think just a reminder that we do a story time each week, and those are archived on our YouTube channel. So we've done a number of story times in the past. So we just finished up Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream speech, and we do Guys Read. So all of those videos that we are posting online, they are available on our YouTube channel, as well as on archived through the Facebook channel as well. So just remind folks to come by and take a look at it. You can. The nice thing about having them on YouTube is that you can see them whenever you have time, or maybe there's something that you're interested in that you want to read a story to your kids or whatever the case is, and you can find it in those archives.
Well, right. Or even better, make you read a story to their kids.
Exactly. Or Megan, or
Megan.
Lee,
That's right.
We have a great number of folks from the library that do story time. So it's not always just David. It does take a village.
That's right. That's true. You're all going to have little fan bases on the YouTube channel, I think, is what's going to happen. So that's very good. Well, that's great information, everybody, and thank you both for joining me this morning, David Florez and Megan Bennett. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Scott, thank you for having us.
You bet. It's always great to see you both and have you on the program, so thanks so much. My guest this morning from the Farmington Public Library here on KSJE.